Stories from Politico. Musk tells Germans to get over past guilt in speech to far-right AfD rally.
There's another Nazi thing that happened today that we should mention. The UFC. One of those UFC fighters.
Bryce Mitchell.
Praised Hitler, said he was a guy he would like to go fishing with.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Until he got on the meth, he said.
Until he got on the meth. And it's just, not only is it a hateful, hurtful tirade that he goes, and it's short. It's only 2 minutes. I'm not going to play it on the show because it's
horrible.
But like
horrible.
He goes after trans people and gay people in a major way. Against the Jews too. So it's a really anti-Semitic, anti-trans, anti-gay rant that he goes on talking about how great Hitler was. And the UFC is doing nothing about it. By the way. Nothing about it. They're doing nothing. They denounced it in a very soft way in one press conference. They said, we don't agree with it. Like, who fucking cares what you agree
Dana
with?
White, who beats his wife.
Yeah.
Just by the way, just so that we don't forget, right? Just so that we never forget. Dana White, a man who beats his wife and now sits on the board of Meta, right? So just to kind of like put those pieces in place for you. He sat there and goes, that was some stupid shit. That guy's a real dummy. And then they asked him point blank, are you going to do anything about it? And he's like, no, free speech.
I believe in free speech.
And you're like, well, free speech actually specifically refers to government is not allowed to curtail your speech.
Use your free speech to watch Bellator from now on.
Yeah, right.
Use your free speech to watch One Fighting Network. Don't watch UFC anymore. Watch something else. Watch the undercard and something else. Don't watch UFC. Stop giving these people your money. These people don't deserve your money. Don't pay for UFC pay-per-views. Don't go out to the bar the night the UFC is on. Stop following their fighters. Don't pay attention to it. I know fighting in the UFC is exciting. I've watched it. I watched it for many years. I haven't watched it in many years because the pay-per-views are fucking prohibitively expensive, and you got to pay like it's like a $70 a month payment just to watch UFC.
Now they have a UFC every 10 minutes too.
Yeah. So I quit doing it, but even if you are in that mindset, and trust me, I liked the fight. I enjoyed watching it. It was a fun combat sport to watch.
I watched a bunch of them with you, yeah.
But I just stopped doing it myself, and now I urge everybody else, stop paying that person money. Stop giving that. We need to stop. We need to really think about the money that we're giving out, and just stop giving these awful people money. If there's no incentive for Dana White to fire a Nazi, then why give him your dollars? Like, why give him your pay-per-view dollars? Dana White still has a job on Monday because people will still pay for pay-per-views even though there's a Nazi fighting him. And that's not hyperbole, man. The guy said he wanted to go fishing with Hitler. I don't know how. Like, I know that there's going to be all these people that are going to be like, well, he's not really a Nazi. I mean, come on. He's not really a Nazi. What are we doing
Anyone
here?
fishing with Hitler is a Nazi.
I feel like if you share a tackle box with Hitler.
For real. You're casting the same pole with the Nazi.
You really are.
I want to touch on the Elon Musk. I know we talked about it last time, but it just something made me laugh when I thought about it. Like there's all these same simpy idiots who are being like, it was not a Nazi salute. And I thought to myself as I was driving today, okay, so then make a Nazi salute that doesn't look like that. Do a Nazi salute. If that's not it, then just show me
what
how
it
to
actually looks like. That's a great point. Because I saw the exact opposite, which I liked, which was like this lady on CNN. This guy was like, oh, all these truthers talking about a Nazi salute. And the lady's like, do it right now. Yeah. She's like, you do it right now. She's like, if it's not anything, do it. Yeah. Do what he did. Do it right now. And the guy wouldn't do it. I want to say to those people too, don't just do it on CNN. Do it at a Rage Against the Machine concert and see what happens.
Sure.
If it's not anything, if it's just my heart is going out to you, then go to a Rage Against the Machine
Bring your
concert.
heart out to other people.
Look up at Tom Morello, or whatever his name is, and tell him your heart goes out to him. And see if he doesn't put his Doc Martin down your throat. Off the stage. See if those people that are at that concert don't drag you out of there by your hair.
Yeah.
Do it at a punk show.
Right.
That you're a liar.
You're a liar.
You're a fucking liar.
You're a liar.
It's 100% a Nazi salute.
Yeah.
Not just, and I love your solution, which is show me what a real one looks like then.
Then I'm confused.
Yeah, because if that wasn't it, if that's not it, then
show
what
me,
is it?
Give me a picture, a video,
Great
do it
point,
yourself.
Tom. Great point. But this is also, and this, we talked about it last time. He went back to Twitter. You know it's true.
Yeah.
You know he's trying to troll people because he went back to Twitter to make Nazi puns. And now he's at a far-right German rally saying they need to make sure that they don't pay the price for their ancestors.
Yeah. Hey, look, if Elon Musk is not a fucking Nazi, it is a strange coincidence that in the same 10-day period, he did 2 not quite Nazi salutes and then told a bunch of people, don't feel bad about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
You've got a lot to apologize for.
Feels like
Musk apologists.
Feels like those two things actually fit together pretty nicely.
You know, if I'm a white South African showing up.
What, does South Africa have a history of racism?
Right? Like, guys, like, here is a billionaire white South African who has no business talking to the Germans about their ancestry at all, opining about how they shouldn't have bad feelings for the Nazi stuff that happened. But he's not a Nazi?
He's not a Nazi.
Then like, what the fuck is a Nazi?
Yeah, what does it even mean anymore?
What do you have to do? Do you have to have a fucking Lego set of Buchenwald? Like, what do you would that not be it? What is the thing that then makes you a Nazi?
Yeah, I don't even know. At this point, the Overton window is literally not in sight anymore. It's like on the South Pole. You can't even see it anymore.